What's up, guys? It's Kwame. We're back for the next ZoomZoom Heroes video for you guys today. We have ZoomMachine Jet and Micro Wheel Shark. Of course, these two will combine to make ZoomMachine Shark and then combine with RescueClaw to make RescueClaw Gabu. So I'm really excited to show her off. Of course, if you guys have not seen or read ZoomZoom Heroes, I do recommend it. Please go into the description and have a look for yourself. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first having a look at Micro Wheel Shark. She's a little bit different than the other two, her siblings, because of course she has a much more different build. And I'll bring in the other two in a minute for a comparison, of course. But just having a look at her colors here, some white, pink, a little bit of that dark magenta, blue eyes, a little bit of yellow as well for the cockpit. She also has little fins right here on the side for the shark detail, which I really like. I think it's really, really adorable. But yeah, I really love ZoomMachine Shark. I think she's great, really cute. And for comparison, I have her siblings right here. So we have a shepherd and wolf. So these are the three siblings together right here. But yeah, if you want to have a little bit of closer look at her, there it is, really nicely. And that's her wheels, rolls really nicely right there.
Sure. Micro wheel.
ZoomZoom Rescue.
Brave to the core. Zoom hero. Sure.
And here is ZoomMachine Jet. This is her ZoomMachine right here. It is a nice little jet. Again, wonderful kind of magenta, pink. The yellow does make it pop out, just like on their suits as well. The cockpit is up front here, as you can see, and it does have a little turbine right here that does spin on the back, nice and pink as well. Just having a little bit of a closer look here, just a little bit more of an in-hand appraisal. Kind of like the rest of them, she is a little bit brickish, although I guess she does have a bit more of an interesting shape than maybe Tender. I'm not sure. I'll leave that up to the viewer, but I do think it does look pretty nice. I do quite like how she looks here. And here are the main three ZoomMachines all together. I do think they do look quite nice. Nice complementary color. I do think they do look nice together with the red, blue, and the pink. They do not go really nicely together. All of them have some yellow on there. I do think they do look really, really wonderful. But yeah, that's it for just Jet herself and the micro wheel. Let's get them to combine to make ZoomMachine Shark. I'm sure you guys won't believe how easy this combination is. So what you want to do here is take the cockpit right here of Jet and lift it up just like this and leave it at that little angle. Then you see these two little jumper studs right here. The shark micro wheel will kind of back in because it kind of looks like a landing pad here, or maybe like a little road right here. You just will attach it on right there, and then you'll take these little fins here and then fold them up just like so, just to kind of give a more of a streamlined look. And yeah, there is ZoomMachine Shark all put together. Here she is, and I do think it's quite interesting. It's not so much more animalistic than the other two. I do think in terms of the capturing the animal, obviously Wolf is gonna be the best. But you know what? I quite like the uniqueness of this Sky Shark type deal. I think it's really fun. And yeah, she's pretty simple. All you do is lift up a little cockpit, but I do like the fact that she kind of backs in the micro wheel and how the fins fold. I just think it's neat. I like it quite a bit. Not really too much to her, but you know what? I like it. I do. Here's a little bit of a closer look at her here. As you can see, the cockpit does form the fin of the shark here. That's why it's at a little bit of an angle, just to give it that more of a natural shape as it would mean if it was just straight like that. I mean, this isn't too bad because you also have this piece here kind of filling in that gap to kind of make that fin. But just like this, it just feels a little bit more natural, and it still does make that shape quite well. There are the fins here. You got her tail, which is the turbine. There's the guy in the front. Nose right there. Very nice. I do really like Zoom Machine Shark. She's really fun. And here are all three of these Zoom machines together. And again, they do look quite good. And of course, these are their animal modes. I think I did fail to mention that just a second ago. But of course, all the Zoom machines in their animal modes, I do think they all look quite strong. Let me angle it a little bit down to get a better look at Shark here. Yeah, really, really fun. I really do love how these guys all play together. Just great, wonderful toy line. But yeah, but that's the three of them together. Now we have to make Rescue Claw Gabu. So let's get right into it. Of course, I do have Rescue Claw already prepped, so now all we have to do is manage Shark here. So what we're going to do here, of course, remove the micro wheel. We'll put that to the side. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to take off this entire top piece, so the cockpit, and then the top of the guy and the tail. Put that off. Then you're going to take the back here. We're going to take this piece off, and then you'll split these parts in two. For Rescue Claw, you're going to take both of these pieces here, so the back of the shark or the jet, and just take these little exhaust piece and just fold them out just like this. And they'll tab in right here on Rescue Claw's shoulder, just like that. And you'll do the same to this one as well, just like that. Then you'll take the top of the guy that we just had, flip this up just like how we did in the shark mode, and then you will tab it in right here on this side of the hand, just like that, on Rescue Claw's left arm, to make a turbine gun right there. And this piece right here will attach right here on the side of Rescue Claw, right here on this other side of the hand, to make this almost shield looking piece right here. So there is that. Short micro wheel, and you will want to have these fins up like we already did, just in case that wasn't clear. And you'll just attach it right here, right on the top of Rescue Claw's head or the jaw. And there you go, guys. There is Rescue Claw Gabu all put together. Here's Rescue Claw Gabu put together, and I do again really like how this guy looks. I do think that again the pink does add the pink and magenta, whatever you want to call it. Just add it adds nicely with the rest of Rescue Claw's color scheme. And since he does have a different head than the other two, he does have a little bit of a different aesthetic. Even though he has the same eyes, the same like base base build with the same kind of like engine build, um, it does add a little bit of a different unique aesthetic, which I do like. The shield piece on him looks great, nice and big. Definitely looks really cool. I do love the gun that he has on this side right here, or that little fan turbine, what do you want to call it. And I do love how the little exhaust on the chest or on the shoulders match the chest right there. So I just really like the look of Rescue Claw Gabu. And I won't lie to you guys, I do think that of all the Rescue Claw forms, Gabu might actually be my favorite. I like it a little bit more than well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I might take that back because I do love all the forms here. I think I like Wolf's the least, and not that I don't like his, but I just do think that all of them combine really well. These three in particular I've already shown off do combine really well. Of course, the rest of the line is yet to be seen by you guys. Of course, I know what the rest of the line has to offer, but I do really love how Gabu looks. He looks great. And if you guys are curious about the articulation, it's the exact same. For a guy like Rescue Claw, it's kind of hard to mess up or hinder articulation at all, except for, I guess, Wolf. And maybe a few others down the road. But you do have a nice ball joint head, ratchet neck, ratchet shoulders. These parts don't really get in the way at all. And none of the on this side you do have, well, that fell behind my desk. I'll have to get that. But this part isn't too heavy. Like on Tender, it was a little heavier and it kind of formed the whole arm. He has a little bit more freedom there, and the legs are going to be the same, and the ankles are going to be the same as well. So that's the articulation for Rescue Claw Gabu. Not very descriptive with this part, but it's the same kind of thing. So it's not really much I can really go over. Hey guys, that'll about do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Once again, ZoomZoom Heroes will be in the description below. And thank you once again for my buddy K for providing the voice lines. But yeah, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.